Hello and welcome. This is Wally Klein. I'm the CEO of Best in Town, and this is a brief introduction to Best in Town, which is a new and powerful way to promote local businesses. Well, let me start off by telling you a story of where this all came from and how it came about. So, for the last 11 years, I've been working in the SEO slash local marketing field. And I've noticed over the years that SEO services have become more and more expensive, usually running into the thousands per month. And along with that, I've also noticed that lead generation costs have been going up, and many leads are shared leads, which is even worse because that means their lead value is being diluted over several vendors in the same town. And probably many of you business owners have experienced something like this or been approached by SEO companies that have promised to make you number one on Google and get you all kinds of new leads. And, if you'll only spend, a few thousand a month with us, then we can really help you grow your business. And you're all familiar with those types of pitches and those types of things. And I've been involved in SEO services early on when they would actually get results, and then later on with lead generation. And over the last few years, I've kind of felt that something was really missing, that this really wasn't working well for the business owner, and the consumer in general was being ignored by most of these companies. They were just simply a way to make more money and to get businesses to open up their pocketbook by making promises of tremendous growth and all kinds of revenue, which often didn't even happen most of the time. So I looked at other things like reputation and video marketing and social media, and we've become adept at all of those things. But even then, I wasn't really happy with the results they were getting. And while they did have an effect on many of the businesses we worked with, and many of them did very well with much of the services we offered, I always felt there was something missing. So I looked at contact marketing services like email and blogs and video email marketing and things like that, and realized that even with all these services, and while they did have a great return and they do all have their place, they can help you with your existing customer base. They can bring in more business, and I'm not really knocking them, but I just felt that there was, something missing in this whole process of everyone approaching small business owners to get them to spend money, which is basically what all these services attempt to do. And you've all experienced the marketing effect of that when people call you up and say they can do a better job. And, then there was ads at Google AdWords and way to pay for those, and Facebook ads and Yelp. And there always seems to be, I don't know if you've noticed this, there always seems to be a new way for marketing agencies and others to get access to your pocketbook and your marketing dollars. And I'm not saying these things don't work. They do work to some degree. They all work, and they all work together often. And I've actually promoted mixing and matching these things to best fit what our customers have. But again, I always felt like the marketplace was not really doing justice to both the business owners and the consumers. And I was always looking for something that might work better. Okay. Now, the good news is over the years, things have changed. A lot of things have changed. And we've just had COVID, which has changed the way a lot of businesses do business, and the way that consumers do business. If you haven't noticed the trends, consumers have found out, and this is accelerating, that they can do a lot of things from home, like order food and order products. Amazon has changed the retail market. Uber has changed the taxi cab market. So there's lots of companies that are making inroads into utilizing this new technology. And here's what this really all adds up to you as a business owner, okay? The cost of doing these types of things have been dropping dramatically. So all these companies that have been offering SEO services and cost per lead services and email marketing services and Google AdWords and Facebook, while on the surface to you they have not dropped, they've probably only risen, okay? Behind the scenes, our cost as a marketing agency has dropped dramatically. What used to take us hours and hours to do is now being done by software. Okay, as a matter of fact, we've developed a couple of internal pieces of software to help us do this even faster. Okay, so we have less labor involved than we did in the past, and yet we're able to charge as much or more than we did in the past, okay? Which really doesn't add up in my brain, because if my costs are dropping, your costs should be dropping too, but they are not, okay? People are pitching that, I can get a client for $3,000 a month, and all these crazy wacky things that they're doing. And while they do get results, most of them, not all the time, I've found that most business owners aren't really happy with the way their online marketing is really working. It seems to be disjointed. It seems to be very expensive. What do I do first? Do I do Google AdWords first or Facebook first? Do I do video marketing or reputation? Do I pay for leads or do I do SEO? This has led to a lot of confusion, and often what it means is your online marketing efforts are being interrupted, disjointed, partially done correctly, partially done bad, and like any other marketing, you only have pieces of it working and the other pieces are broken. Okay, and this is what I see across the board with most business owners. So over the last year or two, I've really been struggling with how can I recreate this? How can I make this better for businesses? And even more importantly, how can I make this better for consumers? Okay? Because the consumers often get ignored. They're actually the ones funding all this stuff, because if we don't have new customers coming in the door as a business owner, then you're not going to pay me for my marketing efforts. So the consumer is really the integral part to drive most of this. So that's why I created Best in Town. So what this all added up to was more expensive online marketing for you with lower returns. Okay, and a lot of businesses, especially in this new COVID environment, have been looking for solutions, and it just seems to be they're really expensive. Okay, and I know from someone who's been doing this for the last 11 years that my costs are dropping dramatically. I mean, I'm paying less and less and less each month for things that used to take me hours and hours and hours and hours to do. And so therefore, we should be passing on as marketing agency those savings on to you as a business owner, but we're not. Okay. And I was always frustrated with the way this market was structured. So I decided to basically use a little of my own creativity and come up with a new solution, a brand new, never before seen solution to this problem. Okay. And what I came up with was a brand new way of doing online marketing. That's really, in essence, what Best in Town is. It is a brand new way of doing online marketing. And it all starts with a focus on the consumer, not the vendor. Okay? The consumer is the one that we want to build the relationship with, so that not only do they use you once, but they use you over and over and over again. That they go to you as their go-to plumber, electrician, mortgage company, whatever service they're using, or whatever services they're using, Best in Town wants that consumer to use the best in town. We want to promote the best businesses in each and every city. Okay? We want the consumers to have an absolutely wonderful experience. One of the things that's really funny here is that we're all business owners, and yet at the same time, we're all consumers. Okay? We want to be treated as a consumer that's important to every one of the businesses that we do business with. And when we're not, we're upset. When we don't get that level of customer service we think we deserve, then our experience has been less than good. Okay? And usually it's reflected in the things we do, like, posting bad reviews and things like that, that actually can damage a business, not only their reputation, but their income. Okay? So, first thing Best in Town does is focus on the consumer. We are a consumer-driven online marketing company, which is not what most online marketing companies are. Most online marketing agencies are focused on the businesses who pay their bills, not the consumers who generate the business to their businesses. I guess if that makes sense. Anyways, we believe in delivering value first. Okay, I've always been a results-oriented, performance-based type of company, but I'm taking this to a whole new level, and you'll see in a minute. So we are interested in building long-term relationships with both our business owners and our consumers. Okay, this is a cooperative environment. We live in a relationship-driven environment, okay? And this is especially true in today's world where everything is being done online, okay? Human beings are still relationship-driven, Okay, they have to know, like, and trust us to do business with us. And we at Best in Town are all about building those types of relationships. Now, are we going to do this perfectly? Probably not. Okay, that would be impossible. Okay, but we're going to attempt the impossible. We're going to attempt the impossible by building those relationships with consumers and rewarding them for doing business with the businesses that do business with us. And everyone is going to win. We're going to win, you're going to win, and the consumers are going to win. And this is going to be, I'm very excited about this. So we're lowering customer acquisition costs by taking advantage of technology. I alluded earlier that we have software. There's a lot of software out there that we use that save us time as a marketing agency. They can also save us time when we deal with the consumer. Okay, one of the things that we're really focused on is mobile devices. Okay, while everyone's still talking about email, and email works to a certain degree, email rates are just dropping and dropping and dropping every day. And the next generation is going to be using their cell phones as their major communication device. If you don't believe it, just walk in to almost any place and you'll see most of the people are on their cell phones doing something with them. Okay? So we're focused on cell phone technology, on mobile marketing primarily as our vehicle of building a relationship with a consumer, which I think makes a lot more sense than email. Okay? I think email is a great technology for today, but I don't think in the future it's going to have the same effect. Not only that, we can reach out to a consumer and 95% of them will open a text message. Okay, think about it. You do, I do, we all do. We're interested, but it has to come from someone we know, like, and trust. And this is where Best in Town comes in. Okay, we bring real solutions with real results in real time, and this is important. Okay, imagine a marketing company that can deliver to the consumer exactly what they're looking for, exactly when they're looking for it. Okay, and then incentivize them to buy it from the local vendor that offers that product or service in real time. Okay, this is the ultimate way to market and do business. It is precise. It is dead on. So as an example, let's just give you an example. If you were interested in buying a water heater, okay, you needed to replace one, kind of an emergency usually, and you were incentivized by Best in Town to work with a plumber who works with Best in Town, okay, to get a water heater, and we sent you a reason to buy a water heater from that local plumber, don't you think that's kind of a great relationship? Because now all of a sudden the consumer is confident in buying something from a vendor that's being recommended by our company, and not only being recommended but incentivized by our company to do business with that company, which is the Best in Town. By the way, we follow up with those consumers and make sure that the experience they had with that vendor, with that plumber, has been a really good experience. Something the plumber doesn't have time to do. You know, when most plumbers do a job, and I'm not knocking plumbers, but when they do a job, they come into your house, they do a job, they hand you a bill, they walk away, and that's the end of it. Okay? You pay your bill. Just imagine a company that calls afterwards and said, "Hey, Mr. Consumer, how was that experience? How did that plumber do? What did they do right? What did they do wrong?" Listen, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect, okay? And we can always improve our business. I always believe in that. So Best in Town is going to be that marketing company that not only delivers that consumer to your doorstep, okay, in real time, but allows us to build a relationship with that consumer and make sure that they're getting the kind of customer service they want. It gives us a chance to correct errors and improve our businesses. That's how I improve my businesses. When I get feedback from the things I do wrong, I can fix it. And that's how I work. That's why I'm not perfect. But anyways, I think it's really exciting to do that. So the solution is Best in Town. And here's the real kicker for you as a business owner. We offer absolutely free SEO and GMB rankings. That's right. We're going to make your business number one on Google, Yelp, Bing, all those places in the GMB rankings to drive more calls and more customers to your business. And we're going to do it not for $1,000 a month, not for $3,000 a month, not for $5,000 a month. Absolutely free. Absolutely free. It's not going to cost you a penny. The reason is because my costs have been dropping over the years. And now it's gotten to a point where, to be honest with you, it's ridiculously cheap for me to deliver SEO and GMB ranking services today. Yes, I have some time involved. Yes, there are some expenses I do have to incur, but they're negligible. Okay? And I'm willing to invest in your company and make you the best in town, number one online, so that you can get what? Free leads, free calls, absolutely free. Everything to your business is free. Now, you're going to ask yourself, okay, what's the catch? There's no catch. This stuff is free, okay? Just like Google offers things for free, we are offering something for free. Well, how do we make our money? Well, we make our money by building great relationships with consumers who do more business with more customers, okay? So that's how we make our money. We make it from the consumer side to some degree, but we're not charging consumers. We're actually incentivizing. We're giving money away to them. As a matter of fact, I envision in the future, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, okay? I probably shouldn't say this, but the way I envision this is over the years, not only will my costs continue to drop, but I'm going to reach a point where I'm actually going to be able to pay you for every customer that comes through your door, that I drive to you. Now that's ridiculous, okay? It may sound ridiculous to you and unbelievable, but the reality is that's where we're going online. Everything is going towards free. Costs are dropping every day. It's just ridiculous what I pay today from what I paid 9 years ago. I would pay hundreds of dollars every month just to keep an SEO listing going. Okay, not only in labor but in cost of the things I had to do and the software I had to work with, just the tracking software alone. Today, I pay practically nothing for that stuff. And these SEO companies that are approaching you and saying, I'll charge you $3,000 a month, they're making a killing. Of that $3,000, most of it's all profit. Okay, I hate to say that. So, and you're asking, well, why wouldn't you do that? Because I think that at this point in time, this is the perfect time to introduce Best in Town and offer free SEO and free GMB rankings. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I'm going to deliver absolutely free calls to you, free leads to you. There's no catch, there's no gimmick, there's no obligation. The only thing that I do require is you fill out an application because I want to work with the best in town because my consumers are important to me. The people that do business with you are extremely important to me and my long-term longevity. Okay, I want to build a relationship with millions of consumers that love to use the best in town. Okay, the other part is I'm hoping at some point, if it works out that way, that you might avail yourself of some of the other services that go with SEO and GMB. For example, reputation. But no matter what service we offer, okay, we are not going to be charging anywhere near what these other companies charge. Okay, we'll be able to offer reputation services for, $50 a month, $100 a month, not hardly anything, just enough to cover our costs of our labor and whatever little expenses we have on top of that. So, and I think that's reasonable. So whatever we do here at Best of Town is either going to be free or extremely inexpensive, because the reality is, we're not going to be making our money from you. We're going to be making our money from the fact that we're able to connect with consumers and deliver them an absolutely great experience, okay? And to be honest with you, there are companies that will pay us very handsomely to have access to those consumers who buy things. For example, just think about this. I'll go back to my water heater analogy, right? Not only can I deliver that in real time, but what do you think A.O. Smith or another water heater company is going to say to us as far as advertising with us, okay, to get to that consumer to promote an A.O. Smith water heater so that they can go to the local dealer and buy an A.O. Smith water heater? I think they're going to pay a lot of money. As a matter of fact, I've already talked to a few of them, and they're really excited about this because they can't even imagine getting these types of results in real time. Someone who wants to buy a water heater right now, who an A.O. Smith could then promote to buy their water heater right now. Okay, so, and this goes across a lot of markets, whole different. I'm just using the plumbers as an example because that's one of the areas we're starting with. But right now, this is brand new. Okay, this has never been done before. You're going to have a unique opportunity to get involved with something that's literally on the ground floor. Kind of think of it like Groupon's and Groupon first launched. Okay, this is really exciting. But to you, the business owners who I'm talking to, everything is free. We will not send you an invoice. We're not going to charge you. We're going to work with you to get you top rankings in Google, top rankings in the local GMB listings, because we know that's where consumers go to look for these types of things. That's going to lead to free calls to you and free leads, all of which we're going to track. We're going to know exactly who the consumers are, when they called you, all that kind of stuff. We're going to track that information so that we can show those results to people like Moen or A.O. Smith or anybody else who would be willing to help promote that. So here's what happens, okay? You, the business owner, win. You're getting free SEO, GMB, free calls, free leads. You're winning. You're getting more business, okay? Sometimes 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% more business than you are today. The second thing is you're being promoted as the best in town. That's how we're promoting you. We're telling consumers you're one of the best companies in town to do business with, and that's one of the reasons they should go to you. So it's really important you take care of those customers. And by the way, we will be asking those customers how they feel about their experience of working with you, which is another feedback loop to you. So that's going to improve your business. So we're all about improving everybody's business, our business, your business, and the consumer experience. The consumer wins because they get great deals from people like A.O. Smith or Moen or any of these other people that might offer them a $5 coupon or a $10 coupon on buying a water heater or something. Okay, so the consumer's going to win. Plus, they're going to have a great experience working with the best in town. And that's who you are, the best in town. And so the consumer has a great experience, you have a great experience, and we have a great experience. This is a win-win-win. And when everybody wins like this, that's a great formula for long-term success for everyone. For the consumers who are buying stuff, for you, the vendors who are supplying those things to those consumers, and for us as a company putting this all together and making sure that it works the way it should, both technology-wise and from our perspective as far as promoting you online. So this is also going to lead to us being able to offer ridiculously cheap social media advertising or social media marketing, reputation marketing, video marketing, all those types of services that we offer today that most people charge an arm and a leg for. We're going to be offering them for dirt cheap. We are going to be offering for, just above cost, basically, because that's not where we're going to be making our money. We're going to be making our money from the big companies like Moen and A.O. Smith and some of the other companies that want to promote their products to the consumers, and everybody wins. So that's how this works. That's why I'm doing this. This is an absolutely, unheard of opportunity for you as a business. So don't wait. So what do you do next? It's really simple. Right below this is an application link or an application form that you can fill out and apply for our free leads program today. Like I said, there's absolutely no catch. It's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose but more business. So I would really, really entice you to try us. Okay, apply. We do want to work with the best in town. So, if you can take care of customers and grow your business and you want to do that, then by all means apply. If you're not the best in town, we're going to make you the best in town. So don't worry about that part of it. But make sure that you fill out an application and let's start a conversation. If you have any questions, we will be in touch with you to help answer any questions that you have, and then work with us to promote you as the best in town, get you more business, and help our consumers out. So that's really what it's all about. That's why we're doing this, and I think this is an absolutely wonderful opportunity for everyone involved. Thank you for your time. I'll talk to you soon. Wally Klein.